Straight talk about dogs and swimming pools. So here's the deal. I happen to be a dog lover, huge dog lover. And there's a lot of people out there of the opinion you shouldn't let dogs swim in swimming pools. It's gross, it's hard on the filtration system, it eats up all your chlorine, all that good stuff. So I'm more of the opinion that my wife showed me this funny joke, online. It was some people say, "Oh, I can't believe you let your dog sleep in your bed. Oh, I can't believe you do that." And the joke is, I would co-sign a loan for my dog if you wanted to buy a car. So there's different schools of thought out there for people and how they treat their furry friends. And I'm in the group where it's like, yeah, obviously the dog's going to go swimming. For sure, if you have like a water loving dog, it's not like, can the dog go swimming? It's like, is there a physical method that I could actually stop the dog from jumping in the pool? And probably the answer is no, or else they'd look so forlorn or howl until they finally just break down and let them go swimming. There's nothing you can do about it, really. So let's talk about what's really happening to your pool when you're letting the dogs go swimming. So you've heard a couple of things. It's hard on the filtration system. That's a fact. It reduces the amount of chlorine that's available in your pool. That's also a fact. And there's a couple of other things to consider here. Like, let's say you have a vinyl liner pool. I mean, I think it's the number one type of pool out there. So I guess statistically speaking, I'm speaking to the majority when I say letting your dog swim in a pool with a vinyl liner is a small risk. It is a risk. The dogs don't know any better. They don't really understand stairs. They just get in there and unless it's a smarter dog and you can teach the dog, here's where the steps are. This is where you get in and out. That's totally fine. But a dog that kind of you just put in and they're just like clawing at the edge of the pool trying to get out, but they can't. So they're just clawing at the liner. And the bigger the dog, the more potential for damage they can do. And I don't like to see that at all. Like, if you're going to be a person who loves dogs and you let your dog go swimming all the time, you have to train your dog. You have to train the dog to know where the steps are. Hopefully, if you have a vinyl liner pool, you have a set of, in-wall steps, the thermoplastic or fiberglass steps. That's perfect for Fido getting in and out. And that way you can jump in, you can go swimming with everybody, but he knows when it's time to get out. Go to those steps. Don't go to the wall and just scratch at the edge. And for what it's worth, that's a safety thing. You have to teach that to your dog. What if he jumps in when you're not there for whatever reason? Dog escapes and is now free range and jumps in the pool. Because why wouldn't the dog jump in the pool? We do that all the time for fun. The dog doesn't know this isn't swimming time. They jump in the pool and they don't know to go to the steps to get out. You follow what I'm saying to you? You have to teach it to your dog if you're going to have your dog swimming. This is just safety, plus it's helping to protect your pool. If you don't have a vinyl liner pool, you have a fiberglass pool or you have a concrete pool. These pools are a lot more forgiving to dogs. A dog would have a hard time to scratch or damage these surfaces. I don't know, maybe could a really aggressive dog with sharp nails mar or otherwise scratch or damage the surface of a fiberglass pool? Like, maybe. Like, I kind of don't think so, but like, maybe. Tile, ceramic, porcelain, glass tile, plaster, pebble surfaces, I don't think that Fido can damage these things. But again, there is importance in teaching the dog how and where it's supposed to get out of this pool. So aside from the potential for damage here, let's talk about like the chemical use and the filtration perspective. Here's a way that I can help to put this into a relative context for you. Let's say that you pay a company to take care of your swimming pool, like do all the maintenance and scooping and vacuuming. Very, very common. Maybe you don't do it, but a lot of people do this. If you have a dog and you let the dog swim in the pool, that maintenance technician knows that. They can tell just from the amount of hair in the strainer baskets and the amount of hair that's in the filtration media when it comes time to clean the filtration media. So maybe you weren't aware of that. Maybe it's so much of a load on the filtration system that the average swimming pool technician maintaining your pool and only there for, half an hour a week, they know you let your dog go swimming. They might even know like, oh, they let the dog go swimming more than normal this week. Like, that's how much they can tell by how much debris you're going to accumulate. Like, imagine if you've got like 3 huskies with long hair that just like floofs off and you let them go swimming. The amount of hair coming off of these dogs is crazy. And the filtration system will do its thing. It'll do a good job to capture all that. But like, it's too much. It's too much hair. And unless you're out there cleaning the strainer basket in the skimmer, cleaning the strainer basket in the pump, opening your filter or backwashing your filter, cleaning the filter media of all this hair that's overloading the system, if you're letting your dog go swimming every day, every single day, at the end of the month, there's more than enough hair in this filtration system to make another dog. Right? Let alone if you have a half dozen long-haired large dogs jumping in your pool and going swimming. Again, don't get me wrong. My dogs can make a sandwich if they want in my house. I don't mind. But when it comes to the swimming pool, you just have to keep this. If I'm going to let my dogs go swimming, I'm just going to be more proactive with my filtration media maintenance. Let's say you don't have dogs, and every 2 months you have to open and clean your cartridge filter. But now I adopted 3 dogs and they swim all the time. I'm not going to wait that long. I'm going to wait 2 weeks, a month, something like that. And you're like, wow, that's actually a lot more maintenance. And I'm like, yeah, way more maintenance. Think of how many people, and there's a lot of people have made comparisons online, and I've never seen any source which leads me to believe that any one particular person is correct over the other because they all claim different numbers. But think about this. Think of me, average male, like 6 feet tall, and then this big, long-haired husky. There's the 2 of us. And we each get dumped in a tank of water and shaken around. And then scientifically, we measured the amount of like debris that came off both of us. The amount of hair that would come off that dog is more hair that's on my body all put together, and this is going to add up on a filtration system when you're talking about day after day after day. So the more, long hair the dog, the larger the dog, the more dogs you have, the more often you're going to have to do your filter maintenance by like 1 dog, twice as often. That's how often you're going to have to maintain your filter. Whatever kind of filter you have, whatever your current filter schedule maintenance looks like, you can start letting a dog swim, twice as much. 2 dogs swim, 4 times as much. Do you see, like, it's going to compound? It's going to grow quickly. You're going to have to be proactive, or you're going to have problems with hair clogging up the strainer baskets. And then you're going to definitely end up with a problem with chlorine demand. The amount of chlorine that you're going to have to put to combat all of this new organic debris that you're introducing to the water is going to be appreciable. People with dogs who swim regularly will be using a lot more chlorine than the neighbor's pool who doesn't do that. So, and there's downstream effects from this. The more chlorine I'm adding, the more, pH adjustments I'm going to have to make subsequently, and other things have to be considered, and I'm going to develop chloramines more quickly. I'm going to have to do breakpoint chlorination more often. There's a bunch of downstream stuff that happens as a result of going through more chlorine. So it's just not a free lunch. That's the bottom line here. You want to let your dog go swimming? I'm the most sympathetic person. Don't let the people go swimming. Only let the dogs go swimming as far as swimming pool Steve is concerned, because dogs are awesome. I love dogs. They're having a great time swimming in there, but they use a lot of chlorine. They are not just a small load on the filter, a massive load on the filter, something that you have to start accounting for if you're going to start letting dogs go swimming. The more dogs, the bigger, the longer the hair, the worse the problems that you're going to have. And then you have to have the considerations for things like a vinyl liner, protecting your vinyl liner, and then protecting your dog as well by teaching it how to safely get out of your pool, just in case it happens to go swimming sometime when you're not there. If you found this information helpful, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can check out my website, swimmingpoolsteve.com.